Skinny Hardaway Southern T back with another EP. And y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all jab that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Today we here for a good time, not a long time with this EP. So if y'all could help keep the views with the likes and jab that like button for your boy when you tiptoe on across this thing. Appreciate you, everybody. Today I'm here with an informational tea. You know what I mean? We got the new year that's rolling around. Actually, the new year has already started. Happy New Year's, January 1st. Appreciate everybody that's in here. Jazz, Kurt, Lulu, the beautiful queens. Love seeing my beautiful queen. Shout out Lulu and Jazz supporting your boy. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate y'all. What y'all do on the internet, off the internet. You know what I mean? On YouTube, off YouTube. Greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you. But so this is a rumor mill EP. I'm not even gonna call it a rumor mill, right? Because I'm pretty confident about this, right? I'm scared from about 1 to 10. I'm about an 8 with this, right? I got it from one of my trusted sources, right? You know what I mean? And it all just makes sense to me, right? So Southern T, I like to hit y'all with these little nuggets, right? I like to be this Southern T, right, where we drop the news first because we really be putting in that work. And it's not like I set out to drop the news first. It's just that I be knowing shit. I'm sorry I know shit, right? I'm sorry I know shit and you niggas don't. You know what I mean? I'm sorry I'm plugged in and you niggas ain't. You know what I mean? But y'all know not every story I get, you know what I mean? I drop just certain ones. I drop the ones I feel good about, the ones I feel most certain about, right? This is one of those things, right? So if it happens, you know what I mean? You heard it from first, right? And if it don't happen, best believe I'm gonna be here to tell you why it didn't happen or if it fell through or whatnot. Like I had made a video about Leo Santa Cruz, right? And Lee Wood fighting. They very well was supposed to fight, but it ended up not happening, right? Uh and nobody really had nothing to say about that fight not happening. So in boxing, sometimes these things happen, but this fight, I'm I'm pretty sure we could take, this one to the bank. You know what I mean? Esau Cruz, Leo Santa Cruz, their teams, they have been in negotiations for a fight, a Cruz versus Cruz fight for March. They want to do it in New Mexico. They want to put Leo Santa Cruz versus Esau Cruz, and they want to put it in New Mexico in March. And it's also going to be a WBC title eliminator, right? It will be a 135-pound WBC title eliminator, which would make sense of why, right? Leo Santa Cruz let go of his belt to Lee Wood. Why Leo Santa Cruz let go of his 130-pound belt to Lee Wood. You know what I mean? Earlier this year after accepting to fight him. Maybe it's because he knew he had this 135-pound title, you know what I mean, in play. So he said, why would I fight, Lee Wood at 130? I'm just going to move up to 135 and, fight Eastside Cruz. So what's being said right now, right, what's being told to me, the rumors floating around is that Eastside Cruz and Leo Santa Cruz will be facing off in the fight in March, right? Now, the winner of this fight is rumored to be facing off against, Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't know if you guys been paying attention, but Gervonta Tank Davis came out not too long ago. Actually came out yesterday. I would talk about it, but I made enough Tank videos, over the course of the last week, right? But somebody go eventually talk about it, right? Or they may not. But Gervonta Tank Davis came out and said that he would not be against fighting Eastside Cruz again. Now, not really sure how his fans are going to feel about that, right? But Gervonta came out and said that he wouldn't necessarily be against fighting Eastside Cruz again. And then now, you got the rumors floating around that Eastside Cruz and Leo Santa Cruz are going to be facing off. We know Team Eastside Cruz. What's good, Charles? We know Team Eastside Cruz. Has been positioning and pitching for a Gervonta Tank Davis rematch, ever since the first fight, right? You know what I mean? So what it's looking like is the winner of this fight. The winner of this fight is going to be given that Gervonta Tank Davis rematch, right? Devontae Tank Davis faced off against both these guys. Now you got them facing off against each other. Happy New Year's to you, Charles. Now you got them facing off against each other, you know what I mean, at a different weight. And what's going to be a WBC title eliminator. You know what I mean? So we gonna be on the lookout for this. I think this is a decent fight. You know what I mean? I think this is a good fight. Isak, I think is a legit contender, right? Leo Santa Cruz is a former champion and who's trying to get back to the title, right? So how do you get back to the title as a former champion? You know, you beat the prospects coming up, you beat the contenders coming up. So this makes sense for Leo Santa Cruz, you know, to get himself back, you know, in the title pick. Eastside Cruz, you know, the situation, the WBC, you know, made it eliminated for him to face Shakur Stevenson, in which his team decided not to do. Right, they decided not to do. Eastside Cruz, he's in a funny spot right now. Eastside Cruz is in the spot where I feel like they're more so trying to sell, you know, Eastside Cruz necessarily than put him in there with the best opponents or make him, you know, give us the best fights available. Now, I will accept this Leo Santa Cruz fight if it comes down the pike. It makes sense, right? Mexican versus Mexican, put it in Mexico. It's an eliminator. David Haney may or may not be moving up from 135, so you'll put them in line. So it makes sense to me. It does make sense to me. Makes more sense for Leo Santa Cruz than it does for Eastside Cruz, right? Because I'm looking at this. This is a very losable fight. He said, didn't expect this, not bad. Yeah, Charles. This is a very losable fight for Eastside Cruz, right? So while Eastside Cruz and his team, it feels like they're trying to maneuver, you know, around until they can get another Gervonta Tank Davis fight. Leo Santa Cruz isn't going to be, you know what I mean, the pushover. I could very well see, you know, Leo Santa Cruz making this a difficult fight for Eastside Cruz, you know, making them having the box and making them having to find Leo. You know what I mean? But you know, sources, rumor mill, Eastside Cruz, Leo Santa Cruz is being set up for March. I'm hearing they're actually pretty close, right? So we may get an official announcement of this pretty soon. I'm hearing that they're pretty close. You know what I mean? But around March, not really sure exactly what date. But Eastside Cruz, Leo Santa Cruz, and New Mexico. You know what I mean? Be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna come back a little later. We go kick it a bit. I'm gonna bring my camera up. About 7:30, we gonna talk about what Bob Arum had to say about Devin Haney. But that's all I got for y'all. Skin the Hardaway Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But just the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.